I am proof that you can get older. It does not mean you have to grow up. Look at me, making out with this guy on national television, embarrassing my whole family, embarrassing myself.
Making out with me is an embarrassment to your family?
Yeah, I don't make out with whores often.
Whore is a crazy term. That's crazy.
Welcome back to the official House of Villains podcast. I'm your host, Tyson Apostol, and we're diving deep into episode 6. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it, then come straight back here because we're going to talk to America's favorite situationship, Ashley Mitchell and Johnny Middlebrooks. Ashley, you came into this house straight from the challenge, pretty much.
I can already hear people in here.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, look at this beauty.
Ashley, when was the last time you were on the challenge?
I just got home 4 weeks ago.
Oh
my God. Are you okay? Do you feel good?
41?
I'm not mentally okay, but I never have been. So that's
How was that transition for you physically, mentally, emotionally? It seems like impossible.
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've done this. I've done back-to-back challenges, honestly. So going into this, I had a great season. I made great friends, and I felt as though I really showed a different side of myself on the challenge that season.
Okay.
So I came out very proud of myself, very excited to come and win a game because I was in a winning mentality. So I was excited to come into the house. The only thing I was scared of being with more celebrities, if you will, than me. That's the only part that made me nervous. But besides that, I knew I was going to be able to come in and do well in this house. I mean, that's what I do.
Okay. So did you didn't have to adjust your mindset or doing back-to-back at all? You were just like game mode,
I've done it multiple
transition.
times, and I will do it multiple times. I'm the queen of this competition shit, honey. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
I live it. I've done it for 10 years, baby.
Love that.
I love it too, because I need 2 years off after doing one. I'm like,
no, see, I'm always mentally messed up. You're like, oh, wasn't your mental? No, that's been that way for years now. So there's not really getting back to better.
Okay.
Yeah, you just have to accept that's where we are now. So 2 years, 3 years, it's still going to be like
You live in it, yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, but surely.
Johnny.
Yeah.
3 seasons of Love Island, runner-up twice.
Let's go, baby.
What's up, y'all? My name is Johnny. You guys might know me from Love Island USA Season 2.
And on this show, Love Island, there's lots of situationships.
Yeah.
Was that your game strategy coming into this? Like also like use your swagger? Because you come in and I forget my first name. Tyson. Tynus. He's
Get nervous.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
He got me so flustered. I don't know why. I'm married. I have kids, everything. I was so embarrassed. And then I knew they were going to show it because I was so flustered.
Yeah.
Is this something you plan on doing? Like as you come into a TV show? Not flustering people, but like hooking up. Is that like your strategy?
I think it's something that I'm just kind of used to. Not necessarily hooking up, but just, if there's a pretty girl, I'm definitely going to engage and see where it goes. But I mean, in House of Villains, there wasn't, that wasn't the vibe. Wasn't many options. People were married. People are, 20 years older than me. So it's a little bit different. But when I saw Christine and we had, met before, it was kind of just like, yeah, no brainer. And then she tried to hide the fact that she had a boyfriend from me for whatever reason. Thought that was like some sort of smart strategy. Just kind of confusing. But yeah, just Love Island is my home and done it so many times. And every single show that I've been on, I've had some sort of like showman. So naturally, I kind of pursued 100%.
That.
Yeah.
Really great. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Okay. Well, you were both amazing on House of Villains. When you first got the call, were you like, yeah, you called the right person?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your feeling? You were like, I can be a villain, whatever villain you need.
I knew I would be on this show.
You knew it?
Yeah, because I'm a big manifester. So I just already knew I'd be on this show. First of all, besides Johnny Bananas, there's not anyone from the challenge that's probably a bigger villain than me.
Okay.
For me, I feel like if it wasn't me, then who from Love Island? Because my reputation kind of precedes me.
Well, you have a quote here that says, I'm considered a player, but I don't think I'm a villain.
Yeah, honestly, that's pretty accurate.
Is that not the same?
Is it the same thing?
I mean, kind of.
I just do
So,
well. I do well with
He's
women.
not a villain to himself, but to every woman in the world
Everyone
out there.
else.
He's
Exactly.
a villain. Yeah.
And some dudes like Tynus.
Like
Yeah. I feel like a player is
Poor
not necessarily a
Tynus.
villain.
Little Tynus.
Poor Tynus.
I just do well in the game. You know.
Yeah.
People are mad at it. You know.
Okay.
What's the game?
The
women?
game of life. You know what I'm saying? I like women. You know what I'm saying? If I don't continue to like you, then I move on.
Okay. We heard, did not want to work with boys coming into the house. That was, you were going to take the girls, destroy us all, but you end up on the boys' side of the house because of the bed situation.
I've slept with much worse than two boys, two cute boys. So I was going to just fit in where I get in. And I think I think all of us gamers know that. You can't exactly plan beforehand.
Right.
But I would have liked to work with the girls more because they do not know the game. I could have easily manipulated them. But it's also harder to control people that don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah. There's plus and minuses for sure, like you said. Is there a world where you could have stayed on the boys' side there but worked with the girls, or is that too impossible with the two opposite sides of the house? It seemed weird to cross over.
Yeah.
Every time I crossed over, I felt like people were spying on me and taking note.
I just don't really play that game. We have people on the challenge who will separate from their friends to be in the room to spy.
Yeah.
I find all that brings me as anxiety and paranoia.
Okay.
So, yeah, no. I'm actually very loyal, believe it or not, to my alliances and people in the game. The one time I didn't split the $1 million really weighs heavy on my head, but I already hated that man anyways, so he wasn't actually in my alliance.
Justified.
But yeah, to my own downfall, I have been loyal to people, and I'm going to change that up.
You're going to change it? Your goal for 2026 is to be more disloyal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the hookup, because every good reality TV season's climax is a situationship, a romance.
It was not a situation,
Okay.
Not at all.
It was a drunk hookup.
A drunk hookup.
I mean,
I'm
grown
sorry.
Define hookup. Just we
Yeah,
kissed
we
for a
kissed.
second.
It wasn't even a hookup.
Wait. But you both went to the bathroom at the same time.
But we did not hook up, believe me, honey. If
No,
I
no,
was
no.
going to do it, I would say it. There's nothing I had.
Both went in the bathroom at the same time. What does your shit look like? I didn't see it.
Okay, so you walk in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Handful of minutes later, she walks in the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Then you both come out to the bed. And this is the funniest part.
Yeah.
Is that you're hooking up, kissing, just mild kissing.
Mild.
You can hear it.
Oh
There's
my
some
God,
sounds.
gross.
Paul is sitting there, and he asks
Paul's
you
there
3 or 4 times if he should leave, which leads me to believe he wanted in. He wanted to be in the middle of that.
I wanted that
God.
too. That
Did you
one-
get that feeling that Paul was like wanting to be included? Because he was like, hey, do you guys think I should leave? And you guys are making out in the corner. And he's like, what do you think, guys? Like, should I leave or should I stay or what's the deal? And you guys weren't talking to him, but I would leave. I would not have to ask anybody. I would be like, they don't want me here and I don't want to be here too.
See, that's the thing. My memory of this is a little
Listen,
bit skewed.
My memory
can't really
is
tell you.
very skewed.
Would
didn't
Paul
remember
have joined you?
also,
Do you
you
think
don't-
Paul would have joined you had
Listen,
you?
don't
I would not
kink
have
shame
allowed
people.
him to
Don't
join us.
kink-
I'm not.
Don't kink shame cucks, okay?
I'm not.
And cucks deserve respect.
He had to go out on the cuck bed.
Yeah.
That's his words. His words. He went out
If
to the
Paul
cuck
wanted
couch.
to join, he absolutely could not have joined. I'll
You
tell
wouldn't
that
have let
right
him.
now. Absolutely.
I
not.
would have.
Yeah.
Okay.
We-
I
we-
think the girl gets her way,
Yeah.
dude. I don't.
I am proof that you can get older. It does not mean you have to grow up. Look at me
I think look at all of us.
making out with this guy on national television, embarrassing my whole family, embarrassing myself, worried about my own morals.
Wait, hold on, wait. Making out with me is an embarrassment to your family?
Yeah, I don't make out with whores often.
Whore is a crazy term. That's crazy.
Crazy term. Did you think that nobody knew you hooked up? Because there's a clip here where you're
No, 'cause I
questioning.
was
No, I know I'm on
topless.
camera.
I was
Okay.
topless in the pool and then jump on his back. So I think that if you didn't know what was going to come from that, then you need to watch more reality
Look,
TV.
I was just in a situation where I was just receptive of it. You know what I'm saying? Drunken night. She jumps on me completely topless. We go upstairs. Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
We were bored. We've been in that house for a few weeks at this point, you know?
I think that was the first night we actually got like a decent amount of drinks.
Yeah,
too.
we had a few drinks.
Right.
And we
It was
knew
a
we
big
weren't
party.
going home the next day. It was kind of good spirits, you know?
Okay.
Celebratory.
Yeah, we were all safe. Yeah, it was just a celebration for our alliance. And you guys were not fun enough to join in.
Paul didn't come and get us. Like, I was over there. Paul didn't come over.
I didn't know
hey,
Paul was
guys,
there. I could have sworn we were by ourselves.
I didn't even know that. I don't believe it.
let's see the clip.
Oh, here we go.
God. Oh, he
Oh, we were
jumped in
fighting.
my bed.
Do y'all want me to leave? Or something?
Is he gonna take her down once or twice? You think?
Ew.
I don't know how
Just
those Love
once.
Island people throw down.
Where's Paul right now?
Waiting to see where he's gonna be able to go to sleep at.
Give me fucking earplugs, bro. I ain't listening to this bullshit.
Here.
I don't want to see this grab ass between my roommates. I don't want to be in the splash zone. God damn it. Where's my fucking eye goggles? I don't want to see or hear none of this bullshit.
I guess my beard doesn't stop me from getting a man. Okay, not with the noises.
God,
Not
the
with the
noises.
noises. Do you feel bad for Paul?
No.
No, not at all.
Not one bit. He
But
loved it. He loved
He
it.
loved it. He should have left without
He's
having
thinking
to
about
ask,
it
though,
today, right now.
Ashley, you teased a clip on social media about the funniest, most embarrassing moment that happened to you this season.
Do you know what it is?
What was it?
That wasn't embarrassing. That was humanizing. That was real.
Well, that's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me, and I pooped on myself and vomited at the same time on
Wait.
national television.
What are we talking about here?
So we played that game where everybody touched their faces.
And Plain Jane said I was.
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Tom.
Tom.
Yeah. Plain Jane thought that
Well, guess what?
Ashley
I
was
want
Tom.
everyone to know that as soon as I left, I went and I invested in an electronic hair remover. I think we're feeling pretty good today.
Yeah, and I'm also going to tell the audience, we're all mammals. And mammals grow hair, and it's just a beautiful, natural thing that happens and occurs with every single mammal on the planet, except for hairless cats.
Oh, and I have one.
You do have a hairless cat?
Yeah, she has less hair than me.
Well, she should. She's totally hairless.
Yeah.
Let's get into the gameplay of the episode here. And last week's episode, Kate unexpectedly and surprisingly dominates the challenge. And so she is supervillain, and that's everything
She
we
did
didn't-
not dominate. That is a huge fucking
She
word. She
luck
fell
boxed.
on top of a
Yeah, she
damn
got
thing.
lucky.
She fell on top. Dominate? She wouldn't even been there if it wasn't for me and Paul doing the work, because that bitch, I think she was trying to sabotage us.
Yeah,
She was,
She
absolutely.
was.
She was.
Yep.
Yeah, she said it.
Exactly. That bitch was trying to sabotage us. If I would have not have let her win, then guess what? I wouldn't have been
Whole
on
game
the
would have
chop.
been different.
Yeah,
All of us would not have
absolutely.
been on the chopping block.
You still would have probably gotten sick.
I would have still got, well, no, because I
Still
wouldn't have been
would've had diarrhea.
soaking wet.
Yeah.
I sat out there
Oh, yeah, that's
soaking
what it
wet,
was.
so I probably wouldn't
So
have gotten
long.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what got you sick for sure, do you think?
In my opinion, I mean, okay, I was out there. First of all, I'm in a house with a bunch of dirty fuckers anyways. Like, no offense.
I showered at least once a week, whether I needed it or not.
Exactly.
I showered at least twice a day.
You did shower a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of showers. That's too many
I like
showers.
to be clean. My bad.
That might actually clean off all the good bacteria
does.
and be
Does it?
worse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't get sick, so.
Well, anyway, so yeah, I was out there in the wet, and then I think just living in a house with a bunch of strangers and people coming in and out, that's not good anyways. Then I'm pretty sure that night I had a few drinks and sat outside as well.
In the cold. Even
Yeah,
longer.
and having drinks. I think I just made it worse. Nobody's fault. It could have happened to anyone. But I'm sure we're all depressed it happened to me, because it could have happened to anyone.
Sorry, America.
Sorry.
Yeah. That we have such strong immune systems.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah, well, isn't it a
it was
coincidence?
freezing cold.
Isn't it a coincidence that I kiss somebody
Yeah.
Oh,
then
so
get
it was the
sick.
gonorrhea,
and then
huh?
get deadly flu?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
Blame it all on
coincidence.
me. So used to it.
Yeah. He's patient zero.
Patient
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
There's some moments where you really clash with Kate. First of all, you have an argument about JoJo Siwa.
That wasn't
Which-
an argument.
it wasn't ar- it was
That's
so
weird that she
weird.
said that, because you didn't.
She's so upset.
I didn't really say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know who JoJo Siwa was.
If you don't hate,
My apologies, but I
If you
didn't
don't
know.
hate JoJo Siwa, what were you
if
going
you
to
don't
say?
hate JoJo Siwa as much as Kate, then honey, you're fucked.
I
Yeah.
mean, I do want to explain that. I was like, we're sitting at the table, and she brings up JoJo Siwa, which I don't know her history or anything like that.
Right.
And basically, Kate was saying something about doing another reality show, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I feel like regardless of who you are, why not take a job for a few weeks for, a couple $1,000s?
Yeah.
That's all I was saying. I was like, logically, why not ever do a show.
Everyone needs more money.
Everyone needs more money no matter who you are.
Yeah.
And she thought I was being condescending or something and mansplaining. And I'm like, why is this the point that you're bringing up?
You don't even call her JoJo Siwa. You say JoJo Seawall.
Exactly. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
But apparently I was being rude to her, and that's what led me to, get put up on the hit list.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
And you,
No, that was all fake excuses. Don't let her.
it was a reason to put you up without making it look like
Yeah.
other
Exactly,
stuff
yeah.
was at play.
Come on. They knew that our room was having that good alliance. We weren't going to break each other just like those two, but we had 3.
Yeah.
So they knew that they had to get us
An
out.
excuse for sure.
And I mean, Kate is definitely a rough exterior for sure. And you both clashed with her. She nominates you for the hit list.
Mhm.
And my personal favorite line of the whole season comes out of Ashley's mouth.
I was so sick, honestly, still at this point. I don't remember
Already?
anything, guys. I was already sick.
I want to read this
I
quote
don't remember.
to you.
And I know that I was just rambling. I felt like, what's her name? Christine.
Mm.
Because I know I was just going on and not making sense, but I wanted to
During
like.
the nominations?
Yeah, I wanted
Okay.
to serve her.
This was, and you did.
Okay.
Here's the quote.
Loosen your guard up around the house and have a good time. Try to smile once in a while. It will literally loosen your asshole a little bit.
We have to move on.
You were firing.
Yeah, that was fire.
And
I was sick as a dog, so she's lucky that I didn't have a couple drinks in me, because then it would have been a real.
It would have gotten better than that.
it
Yeah.
was
You should
better than
smile
I.
more.
Yeah.
It'll loosen your asshole.
It'll
I've never heard
literally
that.
loosen your asshole.
I'm gonna say that to somebody one day. I promise.
I don't even know where I heard that. I apologize. But I don't know why I am the way I am.
We get this moment where the glue of the side of the house, Ashley, is getting really sick.
Mm-hmm.
And Bananas comes in. He announces to the house that you're gone. You're not coming back.
I was devastated.
What were those conversations? I was too. I was like, there's our group. And Ashley, there were so many times where I'd come to you and be
I know.
like, can you help me wrangle some of these other guys?
You were trying to wrangle Tom, and I was trying to get Paul from killing Tom too. Tom
Yeah.
and Paul did not like each other. Let's
Yeah.
just say that. They were wanting to go after each other, and I think it took all of us to not make that happen,
Yeah.
to calm them off the ledge.
But I think you were the central figure in like the hub of the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And so you exit. What were those conversations like with production on your exit? Did you think you were coming back? Did you think or how I don't know how bad it was.
Listen, I will fight to the death. I think all my fans and all the challenge fans know out there, you literally have to kill me to make me quit. And I was in tears, and I literally called for my mom. Like, I want my mom. That's how bad my body aches were.
Yeah.
So that was the only time in my life I've been relieved, because I was just in so much pain. But the doctor said I was way too contagious. She had said she'd had multiple friends recently that had got the flu as well. It was
Okay.
going around.
Yeah.
And it was a very painful flu, lots of body aches. And she said it's very contagious and you should not go.
Yeah.
So
The note from production here is that you were actually hiding how sick you were from the rest of the house. Because we saw you and were like, oh, maybe she'll snap out of it. She does look under the weather and bad, but you were hiding it.
that whole night that y'all put me down in that room,
Yeah.
I was up all night long. The bed was soaking wet from body sweats. It
You
was
throwing up?
throwing up, pooping. I couldn't get enough water.
Nice visual.
It was horrible, guys.
That's
I'm so
terrible.
sorry, but yeah. And I've been through a lot on TV, and that is the worst, because I was gonna win this season.
It's crazy to think that for how many times you've done the challenge,
That's my
this
first
is
time.
the sickest you've been.
This is sick, and just from a silly flu. I've literally almost had my arm ripped off. I have scars all over my body. This is the only time I've been kicked off, left the show. I've left the show.
You got sick and then you left your journal out on the coffee table.
I
back?
don't think so. I always keep it under my freaking pillow, or like by my bed. So I don't think that I would have left it out there. I would love to say
I think it was because me and Paul were writing a song, and we used the paper and
they
we left
were
it there.
writing
my
a villain song. A house
Paul
of-
had his guitar out there. and
Yeah,
we, like,
you
took some
guys were
paper out of
writing
it.
lyrics. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
took
yeah.
her journal
Yeah,
and left it outside.
and then Kate came and found it.
So it was not even my fault, really.
The reason you went home,
Ultimately, is my fault.
well, maybe not. You were going on the hit list anyways. The
Yeah,
reason
brothers.
I was on the hit list is because you guys left the journal out.
Hey, it is what it is.
That is crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. But still, I feel like Kate
least it
shouldn't have
wasn't
gone
me.
through it. It's not hers. But,
Yeah.
she's a villain. Hey.
But I'm pretty sure I was like writing in that journal too a little bit. I always try to keep a gratitude list.
Yeah.
So she probably was like, what's this crazy bitch writing about? And went through the whole thing to find that because it wasn't just like on the front page or anything.
Yeah, there were pages.
Yeah, for sure.
What does she know
crazy.
about you?
All your deepest, darkest secret.
That's why she doesn't mess with me, honey.
Knows how dangerous you are.
I'm from Florida. I do not sleep without air conditioning. It is so hot, I am considering sleeping outside. That's where we're at. Well, what do we have here? Basically, the nuclear codes.
I was cranking the AC to 85 every night.
Ultimately,
So
you
it's
fucked
also my
yourself
fault.
because you put her outside in front of
That's
the
right.
table.
I remember this
Listen,
all.
it can be both our faults.
Yeah, okay.
It's just not mine.
We all
It's not
contributed.
Ashley's.
I mean, the fact that you even wrote it, you should have like crumbled that up and threw it away.
I had to write it because people in the house are fucking stupid.
You do have to sometimes. You see it on traders
Spell
a
it
lot
out.
with the billiard balls where they're like, this is us here. This
Yeah.
is them there.
Yeah.
So it does, a visual does help some people learn better.
Yeah,
easier,
or understand.
quicker,
Yeah, because I
understand.
feel like Tom and Paul were not getting the freaking point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, if you get him, they have the numbers, honey. See, count 1, 2. They have more numbers than us.
So now Ashley's gone. You and Paul are on the hit list. Our alliance on that side of the house is in shambles. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
Ashley's exit and people on the hit list, like there's no recovering from that. Why did you exit over Paul?
I think honestly, the catalyst was the argument with Tom.
Yeah, we have it. Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's watch it.
It should have been a no-brainer. I can't guarantee his safety. I'm not putting him down.
Bro, I understand, which is why
You don't understand. You did
How
not
the
go
fuck
through what
do I not understand?
You don't understand.
Bro,
You didn't
I
go through what I
understand
went
is-
through.
Okay,
So don't
bro.
act like you
Oh my
understand.
God, bro. Like, what the hell? You're saying all this shit to me, I'm hearing you,
And then you're just
and
saying
I'm
but.
understanding it. I'm not butting anything. I'm telling you my explanation as to why I did what I did.
I hear your
You
explanation.
can feel how you want to feel.
I am. I
Yeah.
do feel how I feel.
Yeah.
For a reason. Because of your actions.
My
You can
actions.
say everything you want to say, but your actions speak louder.
My actions of not throwing you down, and you're fucking crying about it. I'm so sorry that I couldn't guarantee your comfort the whole time when I
Dude.
didn't fucking throw you down because I didn't feel safe
Because
enough
you had to be
putting you in a
convinced.
fucking vulnerable position and I couldn't bring you back.
Oh no, they're like standing up and like okay.
They're getting aggressive.
I don't know. It went from sitting to standing. I don't know.
Ashley, you come from a gaming background. Could Johnny have approached that differently?
Honestly, I don't think it was too horrible. Honestly.
Yeah. My approach, I literally came up to him and I was like, because you had told me, you were like,
Yeah.
you should probably talk to Tom. I already kind of knew in the back of my head that Tom wasn't going to vote for me, wasn't really relying on his vote.
You don't think if you would have been gentler, he would have
I was
come around? You thought-
very gentle.
You were to
in
start,
the
yeah,
approach.
yeah.
And he just took his way of it.
Which is so funny because Tom hated Paul the whole time and wanted him out. So why did he not use this chance since you and Tom are butt buddies?
literally
Why
asked
did
him.
not Tom?
I was trying to protect Johnny.
Yeah.
I came, I was like,
Yeah.
I think I got it. I was like, you have to go talk to Tom and just apologize and tell him you were wrong in that moment. So
Yeah.
in my opinion, if you would have just like let Tom have his full way there,
Yeah.
it might have been enough to
But
stay.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But it
I
might not have been.
I approached him and I said, hey, bro, didn't know how you felt about my, potential decision to put you on the hit list.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clear the air with you and let you know my rationale behind it. And he was like, no, bro, because you were acting like a prick and da-da-da. And once he called me a prick, and I'm like, he's talking to me like putting his hand in my face. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I know you're talking to me like this because you're safe, I'm vulnerable, you know what I mean? And it kind of escalated. And after that point, I was just like, if I go home over this, whatever. But I'm not going to not stand my ground.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he wanted it to go that way. It was his moment to like come at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did it feel more personal than game?
Absolutely. I mean, it made no sense. If I came up to you and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm just.
Yeah. I
I'm
honestly
just-
was just like shaking my head, just like,
Yeah.
this was the moment.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Ashley, Johnny used most of his plea for his banishment to call Tom a little bitch.
Good.
Yeah.
Coming from a show where I spent a majority of my time arguing with bitches over shit about hurting their feelings, not making their feelings feel valid, that's all bullshit, Tom. And I thought that your way of handling that was childish, immature. You were throwing a fit. Today, it was ridiculous.
Once you get into that jury room or whatever, it's gonna take a miracle to switch people's minds. People have made it with their alliance, and if you do that, then you're gonna have to get the whole alliance to do it real quick.
Yeah.
I've done it before on the challenge, one of my proudest times. I've convinced a whole table to flip the vote. It's just almost impossible, and you have to come with facts, and you have to be willing to bring the person that's against you down to hell with you. I mean, you have to roll out all of their shit. Let everyone know their gameplay, what they're doing, and lay it right there on the table. That's the only time I've seen.
And there has to be receipts, because if people can't see it once you tell them about it, then it's they just think you're lying.
Receipts,
I mean, it's like with Jackie and Christine. Jackie had a great plea.
Yeah.
But at that point, people had their minds made up.
Yeah.
It's like, Jackie had a great plea, but not going to sell me on switching my decision.
Yeah, you
'Cause
can't.
you're
You'll burn
pissing
your
everyone
alliance.
off, yeah.
All the
But
numbers.
what should happen, or what does happen sometimes, is before you get in, not should, I'm sorry, what does happen is sometimes before we walk into that deliberation, alliances are talking, kind of getting nervous, maybe flipping there a little bit. But once you're in there, it's locked and loaded.
Yeah.
He could have said whatever he wanted, and I would have too. I would have definitely said probably worse. I don't know what he said, but I probably would have said worse.
Yeah.
Right. For future contestants on House of Villains, if you are up for banishment already, say whatever the fuck you want. It's already done. The vote's decided.
Exactly.
I
May
would
as
say
well have
just
your
make
moment.
sure to rip whoever you think is saying your name one by one. Go down the list and let them know. Yeah.
Burn their alliances, blow up their game as much as you can. Ashley, hypothetically, had you not gotten sick, what direction would have the game gone in?
Okay, let's say if it was me and Johnny or Paul or Johnny would have probably been gone, as we see, because Tom was definitely going to vote for you no matter what. So then would be my shot to go after you and Tom.
So you're not sticking with us, you're jumping.
No, you all would think I would have, but as
Right.
soon as I won the next daily, I would put you three up, you, Paul, and Tom.
Okay.
That was my goal.
Damn. Really?
That was my plan from the beginning. I told you I was going
Yeah.
to put him up as
But
soon
what
as I
if-
had the chance.
What if I wouldn't have gone home and Paul was the one to go home?
If it was towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
You would have put
Not
me
at
up
the
there too?
beginning.
You would have put me up there that soon? That would have
If you
that
would
would
have
have broken
stayed,
my heart.
yeah.
That would
Big
have broken
deal.
my heart.
What's that got to do with me? What the
I
heck?
understand,
Yeah.
but it's like
She's broken many
shows how
hearts.
naive I am. Yeah.
No, I mean, especially at this point in the game, we are halfway through, and this is not a long game.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to start playing now, or not at all.
Yeah. I respect it.
I mean, that's what I say. It's easier said than done. Also, you get up there and have to say your friends and alliance members that you've worked with the whole time. I'm going to be honest. I haven't been good at doing that in the past. You know, I fold and I stay loyal with my people.
Well,
but
you make friends, it gets harder. You think you're going to be able to stab,
Yeah.
and then you're like, they're pretty cool. I don't know if, unless they give me a reason to, it's going to be hard to do it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is the game to do it, though. You know,
it
this
really
is House
is.
of Villains.
It really is. We have a game prepared.
Okay.
In this episode, Johnny Bananas coined the term John-oria.
John-oria.
So we've come up with some other terms for every cast member in the house.
Okay.
You tell us what the symptoms of these diseases are.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready?
Poliosis.
little
It's like that that
mischievous
pirate.
liar?
No, it's like that pirate disease when you don't have enough fruits and vegetables.
Scurvy.
Yes, it's the same
Scurvy, okay.
symptoms as scurvy.
Okay, renamed.
Yeah.
Scurvy changed to poliosis.
Yeah,
Okay.
poliosis.
It actually makes more sense.
Yeah.
Number 2, irritable Kate syndrome.
Side effects being a bitch 24/7.
I was picturing
Yes, that's
exhaustion
tough.
from not caring.
There you go. Yeah.
No one doesn't care that much. If you act like you don't care that much, you actually
That's what I'm saying.
care that much, yeah.
She's so tired from
Not
putting
caring.
so much effort into not caring that she has to lay down.
There you go.
You ready for today?
Oh, yeah. I've been stretching all morning.
Christine fever.
the side effects of a new car and a new bag.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just being obsessed with your image in a way, right?
I mean, if I looked like her, I'd be obsessed with my image too.
I was thinking starting a sentence without knowing where it was going to finish and then end up not finishing it.
Ever.
Yeah.
It goes on for years.
Just a lost thought. Like, yeah.
Yeah, where are we going?
point?
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere. This is the end.
You understand? So, no, I'm not done yet. When the whole lever situation happened, I wanted a man to pull that lever. And guess what? Now we have the opportunity to be in the same house with each other. And you know what you did? You went around and you fucked me. You didn't use lube, and you did the same thing to him. You're a motherfucker, and no one is gonna put up with you in the house. Big mistake.
Hyperglydrita.
Burst of yelling and cursing. Yeah.
Only cursing.
Yeah. Uncontrolled outburst cursing.
Yeah.
Fucking pussy ass shit, motherfucker. Hunt. Think I give a fuck? A little fucking rat. Pussy ass motherfucker.
Sandoval disorder.
Extreme paranoia and
Extreme paranoia, yeah.
and anxiety. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Type 1 Tyson.
Audacity.
Okay.
Having the audacity to think another man needs a podcast in this world. And especially you, since you have a couple already. I think that's the disease, is having audacity.
To have more podcasts.
Yeah.
Making lighthearted jokes about every situation.
Ashley-itis.
Being a bitch 24/7 to everyone who deserves it.
Spot on.
What about people who don't deserve it?
They think they don't deserve it, but those are usually men. And they do deserve it.
Okay.
Every man does.
We'll take it. All right, that'll do it here at the official House of Villains podcast. Thank you so much, Ashley and Johnny. All the love in the world. Season 4, House of Villains. I hope to see you there. You're the new New York. Every season, you're
Honey,
there.
do not threaten me with a good time. I will make out with a new rookie every season.
Are you jealous?
Not at all.
He cries.
Not at all. Thank you, Tyson.
Yeah, my pleasure. Make sure to watch episode 7 of House of Villains only on Peacock next Thursday, and catch new episodes of the official House of Villains podcast dropping after every TV episode on Peacock or next day on YouTube. Or listen and click follow wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. Follow us on social at Peacock. And remember, if you have a notebook filled with secret villainous plans, for the love of God, hide it.